The fight is over. Just moments ago while we were away, Rodriguez told his corner, I cannot see out of my left eye. He's wincing terribly when his cup man put the end swell against it.
Looks pretty bad.
Davis, the referee, came over. They said, our guy can't see out of the left eye. Jose Pedraza TKO victory. This is the moment when he returns to the stool, just wiping it. Stitch Rodriguez just wiping the eye, and you can see the pain of Rodriguez, and he informed his father, Alex, that he cannot see out of that left eye. Pedraza's work rate, all the power punches, stepping up in that 8th round after the consistent work previous to that, did the damage, and Jose Pedraza with a good, solid win, TKO victory.
Here, let me stop right there. I'm doing something different. I'm here live. It's 1:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, June the 13th. So this card ended about 14 hours or so. So what I'm going to be doing with cards like this is I'm actually going to cover the whole event in one card or the fights, in one video or the fights that I've watched. In this case, I was really interested in Jose Pedraza's fight. This fight took place at 142 pounds. He's going to be now competing and ranked number 6 by the WBO at 140. I am not confident that he would have much success at 140 pounds. Meanwhile, in the next fight that I'm about to cover, and we're going to take a jump cut in a minute after we listen to Pedraza post-fight interview. Meanwhile, I think that Shakur Stevenson, should start looking at 135 pounds. Because I think that Jamel Herring and Oscar Valdez are going to fight before Shakur Stevenson fights either of those fighters, my personal opinion. Now, let's get to some brief highlights here via fair use. Very dominating performance. I actually thought Julian Rodriguez was going to put up, a better fight. And I was actually anticipating this being a very good fight. So then, after I woke up and got a chance to watch, just jabbing his fucking brains out. Jesus. It was an impressive, good performance, but still, it doesn't really have me have faith in him at 140 pounds. Super lightweight or junior welterweight. Anyway, hold on. Let's turn it up.
And let's listen to that moment in the corner.
That's it. No, that's it.
Here, Kenny Bayless confirming what the corner said. That's it. You can't see we're stopping it.
So I guess basically what I'm saying is, looking at the 140-pound divisions, by the way, our rankings are updated monthly in accordance with the sanctioning bodies. WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO. Here are the top dogs at 140 pounds. Of course, the top dog right now is Josh Taylor, undisputed WBC, WBA Super, IBF, WBO, and Ring Magazine champion.
Sniper Pedraza!
My bad.
29th win in the career of the two-division champion.
Please take your time out, like the video, subscribe.
140 pounds. That is a deep.
We're back full time.
With an undisputed
like
champion
full
sitting on top.
time.
Shakur Stevenson is coming up in moments. We will go in depth as he's there with Bud Crawford, the welterweight champion, in the lock.
All right, cool. They're going to commercial break. I wonder if they're going to give Pedraza an interview. So basically, yeah, we're back full time. So every top rank event, every PBC event, well, PBC on Fox, Showtime, the PBC on F1s, FS1s, skip those. Show boxes, may skip those. But championship boxing events, we here. And June 19th is a busy one. So I got a busy ass week coming up. So let's start off here. I'm not really concerned about views, but more so, especially with these fights, but more so getting back into the swing of things, working off the cobwebs. So let's go look at the rankings here. As you can see, Jose Pedraza now ranked number 6. Him versus Zepeda is a very good rematch. I would entertain that. Even him versus Arnold Barboza I would entertain. There's some good fights at 140, but being able to be champion at 140, I don't know. And you know how Top Rank is with the WBO. He will likely be going the WBO path. And already, look who's in front of him. Guys like Zepeda, Regis Prograis, you know, who's over on the PBC side. We really don't know what he's doing right now. Arnold Barboza, you know, Liam Parrow. He's Australian. Isn't this the dude Big J keep telling me about? We got to watch out for him. Yeah, we got to watch out for him. I believe I covered him. Try to get him on the phone. We'll see if Big J can get him on the phone sometime in the future. You know, as you know, Tank Davis is taking on Mario Barrios for this bullshit WBA world title with a bullshit belt. Josh Taylor, we don't know what he's doing, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see him versus Teofimo Lopez. Now that Teofimo Lopez is on good standing with Top Rank, according to the broadcast, Teofimo Lopez is going to be staying with Top Rank and has settled his money dispute, and he's returning October the 2nd, win or loss against George Kambosos, and it's likely going to be on pay-per-view. So imagine a super fight between two undisputed champions if Teofimo get past George Kambosos, of course. One at 140, one at 135 for 10 belts. Ring Magazine in both divisions. WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF in both divisions. That's historic right there. And I'm sorry. You know, I would love to see Teofimo versus Devin Haney. I would love to see Teofimo versus Loma again. But if they can do that and make that fight and seal that in for history, then Top Rank, you got to do it. Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor, you got to do it. And Teofimo has also already been talking about moving to 140 pounds for quite some time now. Big guy. So, but in regards to keeping it on track to who this video is about, damn, they're still in commercial break, even though I can just fucking fast forward. How about that? Thank you, ESPN Plus. Then they really not going to interview my man Pedraza? Just slacking on us, bro. ESPN, hold up. They got to have Pedraza around somewhere. I'm skimming through it. Hold on. What the hell? Hold on. I'm literally skimming through, and there's no Pedraza, like, interview. Come on, man. Hold up. Nah, they're going to give my man an interview. They're going to give my man an interview. Damn! They really get... Goddamn! Fuck it. All right, well, anyway. Let's just wrap up and finish what I was talking about. So, yeah, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah, undisputed at both divisions. And going back to Jose Pedraza. You know, you got Jack Catterall, who's the mandatory. I expect he's going to take some step-aside money for the super fight to happen between Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor, if it would have happened, because Josh Taylor can still also fight Terrence Crawford on pay-per-view in October. Terrence Crawford is also to be returning in October. You know, so it will likely not be on pay-per-view. Shit. Pedraza, Victor Postol, Zepeda rematch. I don't know. He's got options, and he's not currently ranked by the WBC at 140. He's not ranked by the WBA, that's the PBC belt, at 140. He's not ranked by the IBF at 140, just the WBO. And that's a sign right there to show you what, you know, route he's going, and he's no longer ranked by any sanctioning bodies at 135 pounds. Well, good luck to him. Dominating performance. You know, he did better than I thought he was going to do against Julian Rodriguez. So now we're going to take a jump cut, and we're off to the main event. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you something. When I saw that 120, 107, I was watching UFC, so I couldn't do them both. But when I saw that 120, 107 scorecard, it was about 4:30 this morning. I was like, all right, I'm going to try to watch, you know, this fight. Shakur Stevenson, but I wouldn't have made it. I would have fell asleep, so I went to bed anyway. You know, so I'm in for some shit right here. So I'm gonna sit through, muscle through. I'm gonna do my best not to fast forward, and we're just gonna sit here and cover the shit out this fight. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please take your time out, like the video. Also, yeah, shout out to Xander Zayas. He's moving up. I don't know, the top ranked commentator sucking his cock a little bit too much. You know, he's only 18 years old. Back off. But I do feel there's going to be some good things in the future for him. Anyway, jump cut. We'll be back with the Shakur Stevenson post-fight recap.
Clarissa Shields coming off her MMA debut.
Here, let's listen to this. I'm jumping right in as I'm watching the broadcast. But they announced last night that Teofimo has re-upped with Top Rank. Here, let's listen in. Please take your time out, like the video, subscribe. It's Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos fight week. It's going to be on pay-per-view over on Triller. and fight.tv. I'm going to be buying it. Me and my colleague Big J are going to be putting in the time in to cover this fight. And let's listen to what they have to say. They said this last night on the broadcast.
Is ringside as well, a multi-division women's champion, and Teofimo Lopez is expected to walk in ringside at any moment, because there was breaking news just before we went on air that the undisputed lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez is re-upping with Top Rank, amending the contract, raising the limits of how much he makes per. Big pay-per-view expected for Teofimo Lopez on October 2nd if he gets through his mandatory next week. But right now the focus is on Shakur.
Yeah,
Stevenson.
good for him. You know, in getting what he wanted. You know, I know a lot of people are going to be pissed. Why would he resign back with them? You know, it's just that whole thing with Top Rank. I don't get it. You don't see people. I mean, it's getting more like that now, where why did they sign back with PBC? Why did they sign back with Matchroom? They should have signed with, you know, such and such. I never understood that. But anyway, let me get to the main event. We'll be back. Jump cut. All right.
Well-known Jeremiah Nakathila goes the distance with Shakur Stevenson, who controlled every second of the fight.
Yeah, I've gathered a lot of intel.
Scored the knockdown in the 4th round. Nakathila,
we'll get you a highlight of that.
Threw over 300 punches. He landed only 9% of them.
And we're going to go over this article right here to outline the path for all of the fighters at 130 pounds. So I gathered some intel.
Top Rank Boxing on ESPN presented by...
So, all right, let's talk. So, dominating performance, as I said. I knew once I saw the scorecard before I actually watched the fight of the 120-107, which we'll hear. It's like, all right, bro, you can go to bed and cover this fight tomorrow, you know? So, here we are. Now, he is gathered. Look at... I watched her special last night. I was on about 2 a.m. Eastern. Her special came on before the card came on. And I forgot what they called it again. Damn. Michaela Mayer and Shakur Stevenson had his one. Damn, it's probably on the Top Rank YouTube page. Well, anyway, I'm going to be covering her fight. I'm a Michaela Mayer stan. WBO 130-pound champion. So, I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. I thought they were going to go to commercial break. So, basically, he just won the WBO interim title at 130 pounds. Him and Jamel Herring are going to fight this winner, according to this article here, via intel from the vice president, Carl Moretti of Top Rank. So I'm going to go ahead and read it to you here while they're doing what they're doing over there. On this side, as you can see, waiting for the particulars to be read. I'm guessing that this main event, it definitely was over before Nate Diaz stepped into the ring or during that fight, to not really impede or intrude on the big fights on UFC last night. We're going to be here for it, Inoue. Whoa, wait a minute. They better not end this. Luckily, we're here live. I'm watching on ESPN Plus. They're going to read the particulars.
And Dave Moretti, all score the bout 120-107. For your winner by unanimous decision. And now the WBO
I'll tell you what happened in a minute.
Junior lightweight champion of the world.
Go full screen.
From Brick City, Newark, New Jersey.
I always like to have a clean, full shot of them getting strapped up with their belt or getting their hand raised.
Down to this. He's now 16-0, and you should expect a title fight at 130 pounds against the belt holder Jamel Herring in the fall. He says he wants Oscar Valdez, the WBC
I'm gonna spit on my microphone.
#1 junior lightweight in the world, who's coming off
Because
the sensational
Stevenson's the
win
belt holder
against Burchell. Let's see what happens against Herring first. Final thought, Timmy.
They're not going to show any highlights.
Still trying to
We're going to have to go. Look, it ends at. No, they are going to show some highlights. Let's see. Let's let it play and let's talk for a little minute. Okay, so let's go over to this article real quick. So Top Rank is moving ahead with his original plan that Vice President Carl Moretti told ESPN, which includes Saturday winner, which is Shakur Stevenson facing Herring before the end of the year. Aram added Thursday that the paperwork for Herring Stevenson is already being prepared. By the way, Jamel Herring was here. Both fighters would have preferred, meaning Herring and Shakur Stevenson, would have preferred to fight Oscar Valdez. After all, you know, big money there. Oscar Valdez is going to be taking on a guy by the name of, where's he at? Robson. And have I seen this guy fight before? I had to, because he's been on the bubble twice. I watch so many fights. Sometimes I'd be forgetting. Sometimes I may be sleep on the couch or relaxing, getting ready for the other card to start. Let's see if they show the full interview. Let's turn it up. Please subscribe.
Ask him just that. Could you have stepped him up? Could you have done more? Hey, next week, we've got Inouye.
They're really not going to show the full interview. So now, basically on ESPN Plus, it's not a full broadcast. Is, you know, and I understand they probably did it for UFC. So now we got to go to the Top Rank YouTube page and watch it there or listen to it there. Here we are. Oh, and Herring has something to say. All right, so we got 4 minutes of extra content, and we have to listen to this. Little brief highlights.
They're right hook.
That was the knock. That was the knockdown in the 4th round.
Got him.
Right hook scores the knockdown. Knockdown score.
Not really, you know, any real like highlights. It was just a clean boxing performance, as you would expect from Shakur Stevenson. And of course, you're gonna have a whole lot of people saying it was
Really
boring.
like from Shakur.
Let me tell you, it was a little bit hard to get through.
Night was he did show power, and he got a reaction from Nakathila, like I kept saying all night long.
And pretty much that was the fight. You know, Shakur Stevenson is good, but we got to look at the rankings in a minute. But let's go listen to the post-fight interview because that's important. And they got interviews from both of them on there. It's on the Top Rank YouTube page. I shouldn't have to put the description. I shouldn't have to put the link down below in the description box, do I? I mean, come on, cut me a break here. It's the Top Rank YouTube page. And they've gotten whoever is over there, and I haven't had a chance to look them up. I probably know who it is. I probably did forgot. Fucking memory shit. Whoever's been in charge of their digital media the last, I'm going to say few years, 4 years or so, they've been doing a really, I like how they're putting the stuff readily available on the YouTube page, and it's immediately. You know, even their vlogs on the fighters and the build up to the fights, they've gotten a lot better. And I noticed last night and the last few events, they haven't really been consistent with it, but they're now bringing the post-fight press conferences back and putting them online. Because that's, you know, we need those. I think every promoter, you know, or broadcaster should have the post-fight press conferences available. So anyway, let's listen in. Please subscribe, take your time out, like the video. TstreeT Controversy with FightView 360. This is immediately after his win over Jeremiah Nakathila. Nakathila, because it's TH, it's Nakathila. Nakathila? Or they call him Nakathila, is the H silent.
Stevenson, you get the win, 16th of your career. What's your assessment of your performance this evening?
To be honest with you, I ain't really like my performance. I feel like I could have performed a lot better, but it was an awkward fighter. You got an awkward fighter throwing hard punches, and he know how to grab, get away, and it was a real awkward fighter, that's all.
You rarely get hit. We see a mouse under your right eye. You were pawing at it. How much did it bother you?
Nah, it ain't bothering me. I like it. I like a little scratch. I feel like it made me look tougher.
All right, now you can go back home and everybody will be happy about it. But defensive mastery once again, 114 to 28 in terms of punches landed. But could you have stepped it up and gotten them out of there?
I tried to a little bit, but I started getting hit with some solid shots, and I ain't really like it. But next time I'm gonna work on moving my head a little bit more and stepping it up a little bit more.
In terms of where you want to go next, you're #1 in WBC, #1 in the WBO. What do you want? Who do you want?
If I had the choice, I'd take Oscar Valdez, but if I got to beat up Jamel to get to it, I'll do that too.
So Jamel Herring is here tonight. What's your message to Jamel?
Blooded shit.
Jamel can't beat me. Hey, Jamel know what it is. I don't care how I performed. I don't care nothing. Jamel know what it is.
All right, in terms of
boy, talk that sass, young man.
Fight,
talk that sass.
At what point did you think you had him best? Because it looked like you got off to an early start and then you just kept it at that same speed.
I don't know, probably like the 4th round. But at the end of the day, like I said, it was an awkward fight, an awkward style. Every performance ain't going to be the best performance, but I'm going to perform better next time.
In terms of when you look at the reaction of the fans, what did you think about their reaction tonight?
Actually, I think they love me. I feel like they love me. I heard a lot of cheers. A lot of fans bigging me up and cheering me on, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
So you want Jamel next, and then Oscar Valdez. Is that in the books? Is that what they have told you?
I'll take whatever route they tell me. Whatever to get to a title, and they get another title, then get another title. So I'll take whatever route they give me.
All right, look forward to seeing you again soon before the end of the year, fighting for that WBO world title against Jamel Herring.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like, as we just read from the ESPN article, that it's pretty much set in stone. And it also says here that, and I remember seeing the rumors that Oscar Valdez was going to take on Cancio. He's getting some heat too because people want him to take back-to-back tough fights. And I understand, and I've seen it in boxing happen many times where a boxer will take a tough fight, then they say, hold up, give me something where I can calm down a little bit. But nonetheless, this guy, Robson, Cancio, how do you pronounce his name? Is who he's supposed to be fighting sometime in the fall as well. And the winner of, in a perfect world, Herring versus Stevenson, and the winner of Valdez's fight, if he wins, are going to fight, I'm guessing, in April or so next year, March, April, on pay-per-view 2022, something like that. It seems as though what the timeline is shaping up to be. So let's listen to what Jamel Herring had to say at the event yesterday, because he was there ringside.
Jamel Herring, the WBO world champion at 130 pounds. Your name's been called out, been kind of dragged a little bit by Shakur Stevenson, but in the end, the only thing that matters is you guys will be in the ring together pretty soon. What was your impression of Shakur's performance tonight?
I thought Shakur did what he had to do. At times I felt that he could have pushed it. I thought he could have stopped him, of course, because Shakur definitely has the talent and skill. But I think he just played it a little too safe. But at the end of the day, a win's a win.
A win is a win, but when he faces Sarge, when he goes in against a champion who's been through so much, who has earned his way to a world title, what would be different?
I think just the pace of it, because there was a lot of dead spots, as you would say, in the mix. But like I said, Shakur is a very crafty. You can't just rush in there. You gotta set traps, but you also have to have that confidence in you to be able to go in there and feel like you can accomplish your game plan and go from there.
Oscar Valdez is the name that's on both of your minds. If you guys had your druthers, both of you would be fighting Oscar Valdez next. That's not going to happen, though. How do you feel about him being dismissive of you?
Who, Oscar?
No, Shakur.
I mean, I don't take anything personally. You know what I mean? I'm mature. I've been, like Bernard, you just pointed out, I've been through enough. I've been through a lot in my lifetime. You know, so this is what I love to do. I love the fight game. I love what I do for a living. And like I said, that's just boxing talk to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, the only thing that really matters is the fist do the talking at the end of the day. So I don't really go, as you see, I'm not really here to down nobody or go back and forth for anybody. I'm just here just to, live out my dream and accomplish my job.
We look forward to seeing that next fight for you soon enough. Joe, we'll send it back to you with the champ.
Next week, we're going to be here for Inoue versus Das Morenas. I should be able to cover that fight in real time and not on Sunday, like a Sunday afternoon, like I am now here after 2 p.m. So let's go look at the rankings and talk about the 130-pound super featherweight, lightweight division as a whole. Oscar Valdez, of course, WBC champion. As you can see, the guy he's rumored to be fighting is not even ranked by the WBC, but number 15 by the WBO. Don't be surprised if he's going to be in the WBC ranking sometime in the next few months, couple of months or so. As I said, our rankings are updated monthly in accordance with the sanctioning bodies, WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, and we even have the Ring magazine. Tank Davis has this WBA Super World 130-pound title, but I don't expect for him to defend it, and I don't expect for the WBA to strip him. The WBA is on my shit list. They make me sick, and you sicken me, WBA. He is going to be fighting Mario Barrios on June the 26th. That's actually my next video after this is the All Access episode review. He's fighting for the WBA Bullshit World title Even this is a bullshit title at 140 pounds. It's not Mario Barrios' fault. It's not Tank Davis' fault. The WBA just gets me untethered. All right. So, moving on. The IBF has been, since Tevin Farmer, it's just been. So anyway, you're supposed to have Rakhimov will be taking on Ogawa, for the vacant title. And then between Herring, Valdez, and Shakur Stevenson, all of them beats the winner of that fight. All right. So let's just leave that there. And if you really look at it, it's not really nothing there outside of unifications that fans would really be clamoring for at 130 pounds. So it makes sense for all three of those champions right there. He's an interim champion, Shakur Stevenson. That they need to be fighting each other. And I'm glad that Top Rank is not bullshitting around, because the winner, especially if it's Shakur Stevenson, of all those fighters, needs to go to 135. I'm not confident in Oscar Valdez at 135. I'm definitely not confident in Jamel Herring at 135, but I will say that I feel as though Herring versus Shakur Stevenson is going to be a lot more competitive fight than people think it's going to be, even though I am going to be rooting for Shakur Stevenson, but not by much. And I'm not even confident saying that. I don't even feel right saying that. I know I sound crazy, but I've been seeing some shit with Jamel Herring and in that camp that he's in. And he also has a lot of inside knowledge. I think that if he can stay composed, he can expose the younger, fighter, especially with the pace that Shakur Stevenson fights at, that may benefit Jamel Herring. And I'm not just high. All right, on pop. Just saying, it's my opinion. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. I didn't know I was gonna be doing a 26-minute video on the Top Rank card, but fuck it. Feels good to be back. I enjoyed doing it, and especially since we covered two. Actually, we covered multiple topics, even the return of Teofimo Lopez. So yeah, all right, fuck it. Mini stream, little podcast. All right, I'm happy with the output of this video and the quality of it. I'm TstreeT Controversy. Yes, we're back full time. Covering these fights ain't easy, man. Especially when you're doing all your videos partially, mostly live and in real time. Please subscribe. Take your time. I like the video. I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360.